Good Thursday morning. We've got those overcast skies, even seeing some light snow showers across parts of South Central. This is really setting the stage for the return of some winter air here over the next several days. Going ahead and taking a look outside, you can see this is overlooking Eagle River Valley, where we are holding on to that light snowfall potential. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments and I'll get to them. But that light snow that we're seeing this morning, primarily going to be confined to some of those higher elevations where we could see some accumulation along the Anchorage as well as Eagle River hillside out towards Hatcher Pass. At sea level, we're likely just going to see a few flakes here and there. Now, as far as what we're seeing across South Central, you can expect to see some areas of wintry mix out towards Prince William Sound, but some light snow. That is what we're dealing with across parts of the Anchorage Bowl through the Susitna Valley, as well as out towards northern portions of the Kenai. This here will taper off as those clouds gradually filter out through the remainder of the day. Now, what we're seeing statewide, different story. Out towards southeast, widespread rain, breezy conditions. That's going to continue to be the trend for the foreseeable future. Through the rest of the state, you can see fairly quiet conditions. In fact, cold Arctic air continues to surge southward, and we're really going to tap into it here over the next several days. Now, while we're not certainly sitting on the colder side for South Central, it's a different story for southwest, western Alaska, as well as the slope. You can see that trough of low pressure continues to really dig southward, so we're only seeing a taste of those cooler conditions, with even colder weather expected to arrive into the weekend. I'll go ahead and tell you, Easter weekend, we're going to see many locations struggle to break out of the 20s for our highs. Current wind chills feels like 13 in Anchorage. Out towards the slope, it feels like 31 below in Anaktuvuk, 46 below in Dead Horse. Meanwhile, out towards the western coastline, those wind chills anywhere from about 15 to 35 below, while the Aleutians, somewhat of South Central and Southeast, is fairly quiet for the most part, and not seeing any bitter cold air. But again, that is set to change here over the next several days as we really see that northerly wind pump in not only some colder air but drier air as well. In fact, as you step outside this morning into the afternoon hours, the biggest difference you're going to notice is how much drier that air feels. Yesterday we saw a dew point right around 30 degrees. This morning we're seeing those dew points right around 11 to 12 degrees. So we've seen about roughly a 20-degree drop in our dew points. That's that drier air that's filtering back into the region. In fact, when we're looking at that sub-freezing air, 850 millibar temperatures, this is just a few thousand feet above the surface, you can see where we're really pinpointing some of that coldest air is going to set up shop here over the next several days. From the slope, northwest Arctic Borough, out towards the Seward Peninsula, Norton Sound, even southwest Alaska. This is where we're going to see some of the coldest air as we welcome in the weekend. Here in South Central, we're also going to get a taste of it as we are going to see our temperatures gradually drop here over the next several days. So your Easter weekend outlook: tomorrow we're going to be talking about a high near freezing, dropping into the upper 20s for Sunday. And I will go ahead and tell you, we've been talking about this all week long, and we've been driving those temperatures down gradually as that Arctic air continues to surge back into the state. But there is signs that we could be slightly colder as we welcome in Saturday and Sunday. And this is largely due to our next system that's going to bring the potential for some snowfall. And so, yes, not only are we going to deal with some chilly conditions for the weekend, but there is some snow in the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday. We need roughly 4 inches of snowfall for us to hit the 100-inch mark for the season. And that does look like it's possible for both Saturday and Sunday with this next incoming system. So for the remainder of today, we're going to see widespread rain, breezy conditions out towards southeast, where we're going to see winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour at times. Now, while we're primarily going to see rain for southeast into the overnight hours, temperatures will still drop near freezing. So we could see some hit or miss areas of wintry mix, but it shouldn't cause any issues. Biggest concern will be those widespread rain and breezy conditions. Through the weekend, we're going to see roughly 2 to 4 inches of rainfall for southeast, with the heaviest occurring out towards the southern inner channels. Meanwhile, through the eastern interior, you can see through the night, we're going to see that snow gradually coming to an end. Clear skies make a return into the overnight hours on into our Friday, and we're talking about tomorrow morning. It's going to see our temperatures drop back into the teens with those northerly winds. That wind chill tomorrow morning as you step outside will be sitting in the single digits. We've got Lucy saying it's snowing in Wasilla, so yeah, we're going to continue to hold on to that snow until we really build these clouds back out of the region. We're holding on to these overcast skies. They're quite stubborn. But by this late afternoon, we should begin to see some of that sunshine. But that snowfall that we're dealing with, just a trace amount of accumulation to some of the harder hit areas, could see up to half an inch, if not an inch, out towards the hillside for both Anchorage as well as Eagle River. So clear skies expected for the overnight hours. And then as we welcome in Friday, we're going to start off the day with some sunshine. But that area of low pressure that's been sweeping to the south of the Aleutians, that's actually going to turn northward into the Gulf of Alaska. So we're going to see increasing clouds Friday afternoon into your Saturday, and with that, we're going to also build in some moisture back into the region, and you can see how that chance for some snow really builds back in. So Easter snow looks possible for most of South Central. Saturday and Sunday looks to bring the best possibility for that snowfall. Right now, looking at the possibility of anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snowfall for both Saturday and Sunday. A lot that we still have to iron out with these details, as we do have that cold Arctic air that's going to build back into the region, and with that drier air that's going to help erode away most of that snow. So you certainly want to make sure you stay tuned in the coming days. Looking beyond the Easter weekend, I will go ahead and tell you next week we're likely going to continue to drop those temperatures, as that outlook shows that we're going to see most of the state remaining on the colder side here in South Central. We're likely going to see those temperatures roughly 5 to 10 degrees below average, which for this time of year, our average is sitting in the lower 40s. So while the 20s is not too terribly cold for April standards, it certainly is on the chillier side, considering we certainly have seen many warm days. So that 7-day forecast, you can see falling temperatures, overnight lows into the teens and 20s. While we will see some temperatures in the teens out near, as you head to Wasilla, Willow, Houston, out towards Big Lake, Talkeetna, Trapper Creek, that's where we're going to see some single-digit lows the next several mornings. Even Kenai and Soldotna are likely going to deal with some single-digit lows as well. So prepare for that. And then again, you can see Easter Sunday, 29 degrees. Still expected to see highs near freezing Monday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, right now, holding with those temperatures in the upper 30s, but I'll go ahead and tell you, trends suggest we're likely going to lower those temperatures as well, as we're going to deal with an April cold snap that's likely going to linger through at least the middle of the month, but we will see those temperatures steadily warm here as we continue to progress through the month. Another look outside, though, you can see overcast skies, higher elevations dealing with some reduced visibility, and we're going to see that snow gradually taper off, with some sunshine looking promising towards the afternoon and evening hours. Better opportunity for that, though, arrives as we welcome in our Friday. Of course, you can always make sure that you stay tuned to the noon news as well as the evening shows. We'll have more updates on that. For now, though, just giving you that live look outside, and have a good Thursday.